Easy question, I have to say.
Yes, ganyan na ganyan yung itsura niya.
Let's do it! What the hell? Like, it's me. And you say, oh my God.
They was like, holy beep. What's this going on? Because even now I get like speechless.
Why is it important for a beauty queen to have a good?
You do not know how to speak your mind. You're not going to give your organization much credibility for what you're really fighting for.
Beauty queen doesn't mean perfection. Now I feel embarrassed to say this, but I'm going to do it because that's how I am. So that's gonna go.
My wave became the Miss International wave. Right, Steven?
I have become a patent.
Ito naman yung bumaba. Sabi ko, oh my God. Kasi nasabi ko ng planet how. Tapos pag inaangat ko, hinihila niya. So ako, angat siya.
My travels. I love my travels.
I would just want it to be that I gave something back that made them happy.
Money or love?
Love.
Welcome back to your ultimate pageant online show, Missosology Beauty Talks Season 4. This is your Missosology International correspondent, 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝘾𝙆, greeting you all a good day to all of you wherever you are watching this live episode. But before anything, allow me to introduce to you my co-host, Missosology editor, Drew Francisco. Hello, Drew.
Hi, Amir, and welcome back to us.
Yes,
I'm very
super
excited.
excited for this episode tonight.
I'm sure you
excited?
can see it. You can see on my face that I'm very excited to welcome our special guest for tonight. So let's not keep this any longer. Amir.
Yes,
please
without
introduce
further ado, allow me to introduce our special guest for tonight. Our special guest for tonight is a 23-year-old financial exchange analyst from Tilangana. In February, she was crowned Femina Miss India World 2020 and is set to represent her country at the 70th Miss World contest in December in Puerto Rico. Friends, let us all welcome the very beautiful Manasa Varanasi.
Woo!
Hello, Manasa.
Welcome.
To Missosology Beauty Talks.
Yes, namaste.
Namaste.
We're
How
very
are
excited to have
you?
Drinks. I am good. I am in fact in the middle of my fittings. There's a lot of madness around me,
Yes.
but it feels good to really just find the sweet spot and be here with you today.
Yeah, but before anything else, we just want to thank you and the Femina Miss India organization for allowing you to be with us tonight. And to Akash, who is backstage there, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You're very welcome,
Now-
and thank you. It's our pleasure.
Yes. So now I want to pass the mic to Amir. Amir, take it away.
Okay, Manasa, earlier this year, you were crowned Femina Miss India World 2020. How has your life changed so far?
Whew. My life has taken a complete 180-degree turn because it's a very different kind of lifestyle that I've sort of built for myself. I studied computer science engineering. I started working at a financial software firm. And so this time last year, I was in fact at home crunching numbers, programming on my laptop. And the same time this year, I'm in fact prepping for Miss World. And so my life has taken a 180, as I said, and I'm just super grateful for this opportunity. It's a true dream come true, an incredible life-changing opportunity.
Yeah, I know. And before I ask another question, let me tell you this. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeously beautiful. I thought most of the...
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really appreciate
You should see my grandmom.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, so with all the preparations for Miss World and your duties as a Femina Miss India World, I'm sure you're very busy right now. In fact, you are busy actually. Could you describe to us what is a typical day for you as a beauty queen?
Every day is very different, right? Especially over the past few weeks. I've had to do a lot of fittings. I've been jumping between hair training sessions, makeup sessions, a lot of Q&A practice, a lot of work that's also going into my Beauty with a Purpose project. And so my mind is literally being pulled from all these different angles. But a typical day starts off very early. I love waking up early. I'm an early bird that way. And workouts, of course, over the last few weeks, it's been crazy. I've been cheating a little bit on my workouts. But otherwise, mostly sessions, mentors on board, and a lot of cab rides, and a lot of introspection, and a lot of mental and physical preparation to really just calm myself down in the middle of the madness and the storm.
Wow. I can thank you for the opportunity, because I know you're so busy right away, right now. But anyway, I just want to know, how do you describe yourself when you're not wearing your crown? Who's Manasa without the crown?
That's a great question. She's not too very different, but I think one big difference that I can tell you is that Manasa without the crown is in fact a very private person. I have a very small, close-knit circle of friends and my family outside. I find joy in all the little things in life. Good books, good music, a cozy room, sunsets, sunrises. These are the kind of things that make me happy. And so with the crown, of course, there is the added responsibility, there's the external projection that happens. But behind that, I'm just a very simple girl who means well and wants to do the best with everything that's offered to her.
Wow. Anyway, and then for the next segment, I pass this to Drew. Drew, take it away, Drew.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank
God, I'm
you,
enjoying
Amir.
right now.
And
I'm so enjoying right now.
what Manasa mentioned earlier, that transitioning from engineering and now to preparing for Miss World, I'm sure it's a crazy, crazy ride. But we want to get to know more about you, Manasa, in this segment called This or That. So here we will ask you to pick between two things or two scenarios, and you can explain to us briefly why. So are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. So the first one, are you a coffee or tea person?
Depends on the weather. If it's hot outside, I like some hot tea. But if it's cold, then I'm going to. Sorry, if it's cold outside, I'm going to go with hot tea. And if it's hot outside, I like a good cold coffee.
Uh-huh. So a good mix of both. Next
Yeah.
one, dogs or cats?
This one is a little bit tough, but I'm going to go with dogs because I think that they really enjoy my belly rubs. And I'm a professional expert at giving good belly rubs.
It's always, I'm sure you'd agree, it's always nice to look at their faces when you do that belly rub.
Gosh,
It's
it's
like
everything.
heaven for hair for them. The next one, where could we find you? Is Facebook or Instagram?
I don't even remember my Facebook password anymore, but it's definitely Instagram. Instagram is the place to be. I think everybody's on Instagram these days, and it's where all the cool gang is, all the cool kids are.
Yeah. And where can the followers follow you on Instagram? Your handle.
My Instagram handle is Manasa Varanasi.
Okay. Take note of
And
that, guys.
yes, yes, and it's very, very active right now. There's a lot of posts coming out, a lot of content, especially for everybody to really stay tuned to my journey towards Miss World.
Yes, and I also saw that you're doing your Instagram series on.
Yes,
So that's very
yes,
interesting, and everyone should watch out for that.
absolutely. Thanks. Thanks for giving a shout out to that too.
Yes. Okay. The next one: swimsuit or evening gown?
Oof. I'm going to go with evening gown. I think
Yes.
I love the kind of silhouette that an evening gown gives you. And the best part is that there's more space for experimentation.
Yes.
When it comes to the evening gown, there's more elegance, grace that it exudes. And in fact, I just had my evening gown trials a couple of minutes ago, so that's the one I'm going with.
Yes, and I'm sure a lot of the fans would want to ask details about it, but guys, I'm sorry, we're keeping
Surprise,
everything under
surprise.
wraps. Just have to wait for the finals of Miss World. The next one, sneakers or high heels?
Sneakers, any day. As much as I love high heels, I think I need a break. I need a
Yes,
break, and sneakers will give me that break.
that's very reasonable. The next one. Would you rather spend the day at an amusement park or just lazing on the beach?
Spend the day at an amusement park. I'm a sucker for roller coasters. I love
Oh,
that adrenaline rush that you feel. And in fact, I'm craving it right now. Although it's
yes.
funny because I am technically about to embark on a roller coaster ride over the next few months, over the next few weeks. But spend the day at an amusement park for sure.
Yep. So I can see that you're an adventurous girl, and the next few weeks are gonna be a ride of your life that you wouldn't want to miss, I'm sure. Okay, the next one is fun. Would you rather be in a zombie outbreak or an alien invasion?
Alien invasion.
Mhm.
I love watching space movies and I think the idea of being able to communicate with extraterrestrial life is just so fascinating. And although they are coming down to invade us, I have a good feeling that I'll make friends with them.
Mhm. That's a good answer. The next one, explore space or the ocean?
Since the aliens are going to help me explore space anyway, I'm going to go with the ocean.
Yes, the vastness of the ocean is very
Yes,
mysterious, right?
the infinite ocean.
Yes. Next one, to fly or to turn invisible?
This one's easy. Be able to fly. Fly so high that I can touch the sky.
Yes, and
And I also love
especially
traveling, and I think that's a big bonus.
oh, so where's your favorite destination, place that you've traveled?
There's a long list, really, but in fact, within India itself, there's so many places that I really wish to travel. The northeast of India, which is just beautiful. In
Hmm.
fact, since I'll be going to Puerto Rico later this year, I'm equally excited for that too because it will be my first time traveling to the west,
Yes,
and so exploring. I will fly to the west. That is exactly the place that I want to explore right now.
it's very excited for you. The next one, would you rather write or receive a love letter?
Wow. I'm going to go with write a love letter. In fact, speaking of letters, I think the art of writing letters is really dying down, and we really need to bring it back. There's so much
Yes.
beauty in really putting your pen to paper and sending a letter to someone you love.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be that one, writing the letter and sending it to everybody I love.
You know, I just want to say this. I love how you put it that we need to bring back that art of writing a letter.
We
You
do,
said everything that's on my mind.
right? In the age of instant messaging and social media, I think the art of just writing a beautiful letter, a heartfelt letter, is something that we
Yes,
need to bring back.
agree. Okay, let's move forward to the next one. Would you want to have a rewind or a pause button in your life?
Hmm. I am going to go with a pause button.
Mhm.
As much as I like to look back, I don't really have any regrets. I look back with a sense of gratitude. And so a pause button is, I think, more apt because a pause button will help me immerse myself in all the happy moments and live in them a little bit longer than usual.
Yes, especially how busy you are right now. I can understand
Yes,
why you would need a pause
yes.
button.
I need a vacation, big time.
Yes. Yeah. The next one. Would you rather be criticized or ignored?
I would rather be criticized, for sure. And I think the thing with criticism is that it all comes down to our perspective, right? How we're looking at it.
Mhm.
And as human beings, we all have conflicting perspectives. But when I know that somebody is sharing criticism from a place of of love and meaning, then I will take that step back and listen to the criticism so I can understand how I can be better.
Yes. Very well said. The next one, more time or more money?
This is funny. I'm going to go with more money.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I think I'm a fairly young, healthy individual. I have time in hand, and there's a lot that money can do, especially over the past few months, as I've been working on my Beauty with a Purpose project, as I've been trying to raise a lot of funds. And there's just so much that money can instantly help us achieve.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to go with more money here.
Yes, more time to have more money.
Yeah.
The next one, confident or beautiful?
Confident is beautiful. And I think on many levels they overlap, but I pick confidence. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because confidence is all about feeling beautiful and being beautiful and owning the person that you are really. And when you own yourself, you're automatically confident, and that makes you unstoppable. Confidence makes you unstoppable.
Confidence makes you unstoppable. That's a quotable quote. I love it. I love it, Manasa. And finally, and Amir's favorite, crown or romance?
Easy peasy. My priorities are pretty straight right now, and it's the crown. And
Yes.
and more than the crown, I think it's what the crown represents. The kind of
Mhm.
opportunities, the kind of experiences, and the people that you can get to connect with through the crown. I would pick
Yes.
that over romance any day.
I love it. I love all of your answers, Manasa, especially with being confident. Eh, thank you for gamely
Thank you.
answering
This
our
was so
this
much
or that
fun.
questions. Yes, I wish I could ask you more. But now I would want to pass the mic back to Amir for the next segment.
Okay,
Awesome.
growing up, you were a shy child and instead preferred to express through art. Did it ever cross to your mind that one day you would become a beauty queen?
To be honest, I would have never imagined it as a child. Of course, I did, I was aware of Aishwarya Rai, Priyanka Chopra, Lara Datta, all these beauty queens who truly made a mark in the field. But while growing up, I think I come from a very different kind of household. My parents are very academic oriented. And so I've always grown up knowing that I need to graduate, I need to get a good job, I need to focus on the engineering and the education that my parents have blessed me with. And over the course of that path, I think the beauty side of things never really struck a chord with me. But it wasn't until last year that I truly started exploring the whole world of beauty pageants. I started understanding that it's so much more than a beauty pageant. It is about a celebration of women coming together, celebrating our beings and what we can achieve. And when that realization dawned upon me, I realized this is exactly where I want to be, and this is exactly what I want to do with my life.
Actually, beauty pageant is a celebration of femininity. I agree with you. And yeah, we know how intense it is competing in a national competition in India. Could you take us back to that moment when you were crowned as Femina Miss India? What was running through your mind then?
That moment is still very fresh in my head. It feels like just yesterday. I think the moment, of course, was very numbing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the visuals. Yes. That was the moment. I felt very numb in that moment to think that it's finally happened. It is here. And all those months of hard work, preparation, and energy, and to think that every little moment finally led up to that day was an indescribable feeling. And I think the biggest emotion that really overtook me is gratitude. Gratitude for all the people who walked with me by my side through the journey. Gratitude to the organization. Gratitude to the world for giving me this indescribable opportunity of a lifetime.
Yes.
True.
I have a follow-up question on that, Amir.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry, Akash, this is not in the question that I sent you earlier. But my follow-up question is, Manasa, when you won, a lot of
Yeah.
fans, even fans that are not from India, went crazy about you winning, and you instantly became a hot favorite after winning Miss India World. So, did you ever felt like that you were a favorite by the fans?
I'm not gonna lie, I did feel a lot of love, a lot of
Mhm.
positive energy coming my way. And of course, with social media and Instagram, you can't help but feel all of it, right? It's everywhere. And when there's so much outpour of positive energy, I did feel it. And that's
Uh-huh.
exactly what gave me the strength to power through my journey, the belief of the fans.
Yeah. Thank you for answering the follow-up question. Amir, the
Okay.
floor
Yeah,
is yours again.
a lot of love to all my fans, everybody who supported me through the
Hi
journey.
guys.
Means a
Thanks
huge
for
deal.
watching. And Manasa, as a beauty queen, what do you hope to achieve during your reign?
Mhm. Well, being a beauty queen, it it is a responsibility as much as it is a victory. And when I stepped into Miss India, right, it was a chance for me to lift myself out of my little neighborhood, my little world in Hyderabad, my hometown, and expose myself to all these opportunities I could have only dreamt of pursuing. And so during my year, I truly hope for a lot of growth, a lot of evolution, a lot of relationships that I can build with people from different spheres of life. There's fashion, there's social work, there's literally you name it, and I get to meet them and I get to learn from them. And so I truly hope to achieve a lot of growth that is centered in relationships, experiences, and opportunities.
I love the way you said it, growth. And now, I know the reason why you're joining the pageant. Aside from the beauty with the purpose, we're talking now with advocacy, and I'll pass the mic to Drew to ask the questions that is related to your advocacy work.
Yeah, thanks, Amir. So, as you advocate for strengthening child protection laws in India for your Beauty with a Purpose project, and we'd want to hear more of that. So, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me this question. Oh, my Beauty with a Purpose project is one that I hold very close to my heart. It's no secret that we had a very unusual year due to the pandemic. There was a lot that happened outside. And I think it all started with my learning, my biggest learning from the pandemic, from the lockdown, which is that we don't really need very much to lead a happy life. All we need is good health, meaningful relationships, and the ability to look out for one another. It's really that simple to be happy in life. But when I looked outwards, right, when I looked outside, I saw that this little that we need is not shared by all. And so the more I observed and the more I tried to understand, one issue that really stood out to me is the fact that children were being most neglected. Due to pandemic induced poverty, schools were getting shut down, parents were losing their jobs, and there was just so much grief around that children were being impacted by this. And so I just knew that I had to do something about it. And that's when my project was born. My project, which is called 1098. Not many people know that 1098 is in fact the National Childcare Helpline. It is a number that is dedicated to the rescue of children. I could really go into the depth of this if you allow me to.
Yes, please. We would
Yeah?
want to.
Great. Thank you. As you know, my project is centered around the rescue of children. The three pillars to this. The first one being creating awareness. This number is, in fact, one that spells hope for millions of children across India, because if we see any child in distress, then it becomes our responsibility to just pick up the number and call, because a life can be saved. A child's life can be saved. In fact, I had the chance to meet with a lot of children who were saved due to this child line. And that just made it so important for us to talk about it, because imagine a difficult life can be saved with just one phone call, and it's that easy. One phone call can make all the difference. And so creating awareness was a large part of my Beauty with a Purpose project. Of course, still in the process, but I truly hope that more and more people talk about this, because everybody should feel empowered to just pick up the phone and call. The second part of my project is all about child response vehicles. Behind the helpline, we have a whole team of workers. Imagine, typically, a rescue worker gets the call, he embarks on his rescue mission to protect and rescue a child from child marriage. And the huge challenge here is that when you are trying to save a child from child marriage, time is of the essence. Every little second counts. And so we want to ensure that the rescue workers are not deterred by this. We want to ensure that they can reach on time, that they can access any remote area in the state, and that they also feel safe and protected as they rescue the children. As of now, we've managed to raise funds for a significant number of vehicles, and we're very close to hitting the target. A big thank you to all the corporate sponsors and every individual who's helped. We are on the right track, and I'm just hopeful of getting to a place where we not only adopt this across the state, but in fact the whole country and potentially even the world, because there's so much work that needs to be done really in the space of protection.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
these are about
listening to you, Vanessa, I can feel the passion that you have for this project.
And I really do hope, Manasa, that you continue doing your project even after your reign. It's a great project. Really do.
absolutely. I think the best part is that I've had the chance to speak to so many people, people in the government, people who work with NGOs in this space, even children, children who've been rescued, children who've come out of their difficult past and are now pursuing an education of their choice.
Mm-hmm.
When I speak to all of them, I feel inspired. And I draw so much energy from all of them, thinking that literally we have the power to drive
Mm-hmm.
change.
And
And that is the
that
power and beauty of pageant
yes, and
nowadays.
that is beauty with a purpose. Period. I'm impressed. I have to say I'm impressed with the passion that you have and the energy that you give to this project. And
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that we have given you this platform to reach more people and to for us to learn about 1098 and to learn about
Yes.
the project.
Thank you for listening. I
Best
think
of luck.
thank you means the world coming from you.
Okay, so Drew will be talking now about her preparations. So
Yep.
yeah, Manasa, you are following the footsteps of some amazing Miss World India winners, including Aishwarya, Priyanka Chopra, Manushi Shiliar, and among others. Those are actually my favorite Miss World. How are you handling the pressure right now?
Ooh.
Oof, the pressure, yes, the hot seat. Well, I think the thing with pressure is that it only controls you when you let it control you, right?
I agree.
And one thing, right? Yeah, and one of the things that's really been helping me is a lot of yoga and meditation. Every day, I make it a point to set aside 10 minutes to just be by myself, just close my eyes and be thoughtless for a while. And when I ground myself in that moment, it really helps give me perspective. never underestimate the power of a good meditation session. But meditation aside, I think when we speak of pressure, right, I walked into this competition, I walked into this whole different world, knowing that there will be a lot of pressure that comes along with it, right? It's a huge responsibility, a lot of people on board, there's a whole team working with you, and that's what in fact helps me, knowing that I'm not doing this alone, knowing that I'm doing it with a team. I'm doing it with so many different people. It's a collective effort. And knowing that this is not only for myself, this is for the team, this is for the children in my Beauty with a Purpose project, this is for all my loved ones, my family. When I think of all of them, I use pressure as a strength to push me forward.
Wow, I love it. I love it. You know, when you have those in your mind, the passion, the determination, pressure, no pressure at all. Anyway, so have any of them or former queens, particularly the Miss World India beauty queens, reach out to you and give you some valuable advices?
Hmm. I've had the chance to connect with, I reached out to her. I reached out to Diana Hayden, who is India's former Miss World. Had a beautiful conversation with her. Speaking of advice, yes, she did have a very important piece of advice to give me, which primarily just centers around authenticity. How important it is to project ourselves and ground ourselves in our values and our roots. Because at the end of the day, when you're in a competition, there's so many different girls around you. It's a very different kind of atmosphere. And what will really help us project our best selves is knowing who we are and putting exactly that in front of everybody. And it was a beautiful piece of advice. Thank you, Diana Hayden.
Wow. Hi to Dana if you're watching right now. Shout out to you. Anyway, so that's a great advice coming from the previous winners and beauty queens from India itself. Now, aside from the Miss World India winners, who among the past Miss World winners do you look up to the most and why?
Apart from the Miss India World winner?
It could be Miss India.
Yeah, maybe
Okay,
she can mention one from the Indian winners and then one non-Indian winner.
Okay.
for sure. Sounds good. From India, of course, without a doubt, Priyanka Chopra. She's been a huge inspiration. And I remember as a shy kid growing up, I would watch her interviews and think, wow, I want to speak like her one day. The kind of confidence and the dynamism that she has is just so infectious. And I love that she's always pushing the boundaries. She doesn't put herself inside a box, whether it's advertising, social work, films, music. She's always exploring and experimenting all these different things, and that's me. I'm a curious child at heart, and that's the kind of thing I want to be doing, always pushing that envelope.
And aside
Well, that's,
from Miss India, sorry,
yes,
go.
right. No, aside from India, there's so many beauty queens, and they all have their unique qualities. If we look back, right, Tony, I love sound. I'm a huge music buff, and that voice, her voice is everything. I love
Yeah.
that about Tony. And also the passion and the passion that comes out through her music. Looking back, we've also got Vanessa. Again, so much passion. I think what really comes down to all the Miss Worlds is the kind of passion that they carry with themselves. And so it would be unfair to pick only one.
It's quite difficult to pick just
I
one.
I agree, Amir. I agree with Manasa that it's hard to pick because each
Yeah.
former Miss World is different, and both
Yeah.
of us have met a lot of them when they went here in the Philippines before. And I agree with when we interviewed Miss World from Spain, Mireia, and she mentioned that I think the common quality among Miss World winners is there's this certain aura that they emanate from within that that even though
Yeah.
they look different physically, they all share that Miss World aura that's so hard to explain. But when once you saw all of them, it's like she's Miss World, and I'm actually seeing that from you.
Oh,
Me too. Me too. I'm
thank
seeing it
you,
from you.
Drew. Thank you, Amir.
Wow. We
Very
never
kind
know.
of
You'll be the seventh Miss World from India. I'm all right. Seventh, right?
Yeah.
Let's pray for that.
Okay.
Uh,
Now we proceed, Amir, to
now,
the
no, I have
fun
one more
segment.
question, bro.
Okay, sorry, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
As a beauty queen, you are not just a face, but also an ambassador of your country. What is your favorite part of your country that you would want to share with the world?
Hmm. I believe India is a treasure trove of knowledge, right? It's built on layers and layers of history, which make it the rich, diverse country that it stands as today. But if I had to pick one thing, then it will have to be sustainability, because I believe that India's practices are in fact very sustainable. If we look back, right, our traditional practices of eating from a banana leaf to bucket water baths and even a handlooms, right? It's also organic, entirely in tune with Mother Nature, with our planet. And I believe that the kind of sustainable lifestyle that we lead is what's going to save this planet, really. And so sustainability and grounding ourselves in practices which will help us live in harmony with our planet is what India has to offer.
I love that.
I love it.
Sustainability, I love it.
I really hope I can visit India one day and hope to see you,
Yeah.
Manasa, when you were there.
You, yes, yes, you should come down to my place. My grandmother makes the best tomato pachadi and pesretu.
Oh, hi
You'll
to
have to
your
come
grandmother.
down to find out what that
Yes.
means.
Hi to your
Shout
grandmother
out to
right
Grandma.
now.
Hello, Grandma.
Hello. Okay, Drew, pass the mic to
Yeah,
you.
so now I was very excited earlier because this segment is for the fans. So earlier this week, we asked the fans to send in some of their best questions that I want to ask you. And we picked three of the best ones. So these are fun questions that we want to ask, the fans would want to know about you. So the first question is from San_Chess. What is your favorite food and why?
This is difficult. But if I have to pick one, I am going to go with exactly what I just told you, which is my
Yeah.
grandmother's tomato pachadi and pesretu. The best part is that it's the right balance of tangy and crispy. And so it's like an
Mhm.
explosion of flavors in your mouth.
Oh my God, that's mouth-watering just listening to you.
I'm excited to try that one whenever I
Yeah,
can
we
visit.
should, we should.
Welcome. We welcome you with open arms.
Okay, the next question is from Surika_ready_carry. How do you pick yourself up when you feel demotivated?
What really works for me is a good, deep, long conversation with my loved ones.
Mhm.
We all have our good days and our bad days. And knowing that we're not sailing through this alone, and knowing that we have loved ones who are exactly by our side, walking with us hand in hand,
Yes.
really helps me pick myself up from that mood and switch.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a long conversation with the people that you love.
Yes,
I
the
love
right
that.
kind.
Yes. And finally, from Jericho Omasas Savandal. If you find a genie and he can grant you three wishes, what would those three wishes be?
Three wishes. Number one would be to meet my family and friends.
Mhm.
It's been so long since I can't remember the last time I hugged my grandmom and my mom,
Aw.
and it's as much as I love preparing, as much as I love the grind, being busy, I really wish to reconnect with my fam and friends. It's been a while. Second wish would be I wish that this year is the best year of my
Mhm.
life.
We know what you mean.
Feel it.
And
I can
the
feel
third,
it.
and the third wish is to just hope for a lot of healing and strength for everybody in the world. I think it's,
Yes.
as I mentioned, it's been a very difficult, unusual year. There's a lot of anxiety in the air.
Mhm.
And what we truly need right now is just a lot of healing and beauty in our minds, in our bodies, in our hearts.
Yes. I love those three wishes, and I wish that Genie will grant you your wishes. Thank you, Manasa, for answering the fans' questions. But now we move forward
Thank
to
you.
the Q&A challenge special edition. So in this special edition, Manasa won't be picking a number from a list of questions because we have already predetermined questions for her. And so the
Okay.
first question, Manasa, please name something over the course of your life that you failed at and tell us something that you have learned from that experience.
Hmm. Looking back at Miss India, I think the very first thing that comes to my mind is the first time I tried for Miss India,
Yes.
right? I tried back in 2019, and of course, it was a very different world that I was stepping into. I'm not going to lie, I was not aware at all
Mhm.
when I walked in, but it was a beautiful experience because it taught me a lot about how rich your life can be when you really take that step outside your comfort zone, right?
Yes.
And and I think just the whole experience of meeting all these different girls from different parts of my country, speaking to them, trying to understand fashion, trying to understand me, who I am, and my purpose, what I wish to offer to the world, all of that stemmed from that failure.
Mhm.
And so failures must be embraced, especially when they teach you the best lessons.
Yes. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for gamely answering the questions from the fans in our Q&A. And now I pass the mic again to Amir for our final word. Amir.
Wow. We're almost done. We're now at the home stretch of our interview. I really do wish that we have more time. But
Yes.
If
before I
only.
move to the other question, I have to ask this question. What does it mean for you to win Miss World crown?
Wow. Winning the Miss World crown, I believe, is about learning. It's about
Mhm.
a year full of growth, opportunity, and just, well, it's an incredible life-changing experience. Let's start there. Winning the Miss World crown. It means surrounding yourself with a beautiful company of Julia, the entire sisterhood of Miss World. And you know that thing which says you are an average of the five people you surround yourself with, or you are the company you keep and the books you read? I think just being in that kind of environment, learning, growing, and offering yourself would be the most life-changing experience.
Wow. Just say wow. Whenever you answer our question, I couldn't focus onto your answers, but I can focus more onto your beauty. Honestly speaking, I am really amazed with your
Thank
beauty.
you.
Yeah. Anyway, so aside from being the Miss Femina or Femina Miss India World, how do you want people to remember you, or how do you want to be remembered?
Mhm. I always believe that people might not remember the things that you say or the work that you do, but they will remember the way that you make them feel. And so I would like to be remembered as someone who has always made people feel warm, welcomed, and and appreciated for the beauty that they stand for.
And
Yes.
now I pass the mic to Drew. That was really an amazing answer, Drew. I'm so excited for you, Manasa. Really, really excited. I believe you can ace the Q&A portion, the head-to-head challenge in this world.
Yep.
Thank you,
Before
Drew.
Yes, before I ask the final question, I was just reading the comments from the fans and just want to thank all of you for watching and for commenting all of these wonderful, wonderful words for Manasa. All of them,
Thank you,
if
everybody.
I were to sum up all of their comments, they were all impressed by your answers and they were all rooting for you and that they hope that you will become, this year will become the best year for you. Like what Rani
Thank
Lashmi
you,
said.
everybody. Please keep the
So
love
now,
coming.
yes, so now, Manasa, please fill in the blank. I am Manasa Varanasi from India, and I am blank.
I am Manasa Varanasi from India, and I am dynamic.
Yes. Once again, thank
Always on
you
the
so
run.
much. Yes, thank you so much, Manasa, for joining us on Missosology Beauty Talk. It was a lovely 45 minutes with you.
Thank you, Drew and Amir. I had an absolute blast being here with you. Thank you for the experience, the opportunity. It's been a great time, loads of fun. God bless.
And
Yep.
whenever you Drew, whenever Manasa, whenever you are in the actual competition in Puerto Rico, you can send us any updates if you want us to post some updates of yours.
Just tag
We
us
do
on
glad.
your
Just tag
stories.
Uh-huh.
Missology. We'll be glad to have all the updates coming from you. We are so
How
much
sweet.
excited.
How sweet. Super sweet of you to offer. Thank you. Absolutely will. And please do come to India.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
The
That's definitely in
Pesretu is
our
waiting
list.
for you.
Thank you. And before we let you go, a quick message to all your fans, and you can also speak in your language.
Oh, in my language. Okay. Well, Telugu is my mother tongue.
Mhm.
Andarki namaskaram. This is a very special year for me, and it will be made all the more special with your support and your love. And I only wish that you keep the love coming and keep supporting. Of course, one of the best ways in which you can support my journey towards Miss World is by voting for me on Mobstar. Mobstar is an app that you must download on the App Store. This is a part of the multimedia challenge at Miss World. And by supporting me on this app, you will be supporting India. So please don't hesitate. Go ahead, grab your phones, do the needful, and yes, let's hope the best for India. Jai Hind.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Hope everyone
thank
got.
you again.
Thank you so much, Drew and Amir. Pleasure
Thank you.
talking
Thank
to both of
It's a
you.
pleasure for us to interview right now, to have you in our
yes.
interview, Missology Beauty Talks right now. And once again, thank you for joining us here in Missology Beauty Talks. We hope to see you soon. We hope to hear any news or updates from you.
Yep. And we wish you the best of luck
Everything.
in Puerto Rico.
And Drew, we would
Thank
like
you.
also to thank the organization, the Femina Miss India organization, for allowing us to conduct this interview.
Yes, and to Akash, hello Akash.
Akash,
Thank you for this.
hello. I think he's beside Manasi
He's
right
right
now,
behind us.
behind you
Yep.
right now.
Do you want to
Hello,
say
And
Akash.
hi, Akash?
Yeah, you can say hi.
yeah, please say hi, Akash.
You can say hi. There's no
Okay,
worry.
that's his hand.
That's his hand.
And yeah, we would like also to say thank you, Drew, to all the viewers right now coming from India, from different parts of the world. And for those fans who sent in their questions, we were very sorry, but we cannot ask all the questions. But we would say
Yes.
thank you for all the questions.
We receive around 100 questions on
Yeah,
our
so many questions.
Instagram. So
Thank
thank
you,
you once
everybody.
again, Vanessa. Have a good night there.
Thank you so much. Bye
And we will
bye.
see you
Take care.
soon. Bye bye. So once again, that was your Femina Miss India World, Manasa Varanasi from India. And Amir, she's breathtaking, she's beautiful. A lot of people have been commenting, but what can you say about
Woo!
her?
It's another crown, I guess, for Miss India.
Mhm.
Another Miss World crown for Miss India is coming very soon. She's indeed very
Yeah.
beautiful, Drew. The first time I saw her on the backstage, I was really so amazed with her beauty. And when she talks, I can feel the the 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝙀𝙀𝘾 vibe. Sorry,
Yes.
it's a very Miss Universe, but 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝙀𝙀𝘾 vibe. I can feel it. The voice, the speaking ability. She's so intelligent as well. I really love her. My God, this is so much interesting in Miss World for this year. Very, very interesting.
Yep. And there's a message from had Jadija. Missosology, one more interview with Miss Diva
Yeah, we'll be
Universal
having
month.
Miss India Universe
Yes,
soon.
soon, soon. Well, please watch out for that.
Yeah, we're so
But
excited for her also.
before we go off the air, I just want to congratulate Binibining Pilipinas Intercontinental Cinderella Faye Obenita for winning the 49th Miss Intercontinental. We are so proud of you.
And
Congratulations.
also to the Miss Intercontinental organizations, congratulations.
Yes, Amir was supposed to be there.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there, but I know it's pandemic, so yeah, it's quite better stay here first. But hopefully this year we'll be having a correspondent for Miss World. Hopefully,
Yes.
we cross my
Yes,
hands.
and Amir, please allow me to promote. It's the finals of Mrs. Filipinas tonight, so please do watch out for that. I think they're going live on the YouTube account of the pageant, and also Reina Hispanoamericana will be having its finals also tonight and tomorrow morning for us here in the Philippines. So
And for the Miss
congratulations
Globe
in
as well,
advance. Now, Miss Globe is on
November 6th, right?
November
Sorry, I'm
6th.
too early.
Yes.
It's Reina Hispano America tomorrow morning.
Yes, and now if
So,
you want to watch our previous episodes, you can go to our YouTube page or our Instagram or our Facebook account for if you want to watch them. And if you want to listen to our podcast, it's available on Anchor.fm and on Spotify. This episode will be available in a few hours. So once
and
again, I am Drew.
And I am Amir, Missology International Correspondent. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good night, good day from wherever around the world you are guys watching. Thank you so much, Drew.
Thank you, and bye.